Let you finish your water first. Well, Brandon's now third straight fight against the same opponent. What are your initial thoughts now that you're only a few days out from your trilogy fight against Davidson Figueiredo?
Man, actually, right now, I know it's a regular feeling when I'm with you guys, but I feel really good and I feel happy. More because my training camp for this fight was, was crazy, was very hard. So I spent 5 weeks in Tijuana. Then I closed my training camp in Las Vegas. And man, obviously right now I'm on diet. I'm not eating too much. But man, I'm just so happy to put end of this and start to move my career, right? So man, I'm enjoying this.
Was it hard because of all the media obligations you have now as a champion?
Oh, it's crazy. You guys, oof. You guys are terrible. Nah, no, I'm just kidding. Definitely after the fight, the responsibility with you, with the media, the interviews every day increases too much. But I was expecting this, and I was prepared. I was, and I am mentally prepared for these kind of moments because I need to put a really nice schedule in my normal day. Like I need to go and do my practice in the gym, then go back to my house and do maybe 1 or 2 interviews, go back again to the gym, and go back to the house and spend time with the family because it's very important to me. But yeah, man, I was ready and I'm ready right now.
In the first fight against Figueiredo, it seems like he came out there very aggressive, throwing a lot of wild strikes. In the second one, he seemed a little more tentative, maybe trying to figure you out, keeping the distance. Which of those 2 fighters do you think you'll see on Saturday night? The wild one from the first fight or maybe the calmer one the second time?
Good question. I'm expecting maybe a combination of both. Figueiredo trying to be a little bit more smart, but at the same time trying to get that skill. I feel like the biggest ability of Figueiredo is he's big, he punch hard, and he's very intimidating. He tried to intimidate all his opponents in the octagon. So I'm expecting the same wild fighter, but a little bit more smart at the same time. First fight against him, talking about my thoughts about that fight, I was trying to be very careful because Figueiredo came with all this fame, like the amazing fighter, he's a monster, he can knock you out with just 1 punch. I was very. ¿Cómo están, cabrones? I was very careful about him and his abilities. Second fight, after the first one, knowing about his power, knowing about all his skills, I was more confident on myself and I did my job.
Do you think there's a possibility he could just be a completely different fighter now that he has changed camps and he's in Arizona now with a whole new team?
A completely different fighter? No, not 100%. But I'm expecting, talking about the technical part, I'm expecting Figueiredo with new skills, maybe with new weapons. So, man, all these questions about Henry and that stuff, are coming. I know the drama. And that was something important to me when everything starts. But man, right now it's like, I don't care.
Do you at least appreciate that Henry is now bringing more eyeballs to the fight, maybe with this new storyline? People are now tuning in because of this rivalry, apparently, between you and that camp.
So, I'm a lucky guy. I'm a really lucky guy because, thanks God, it don't feel natural in me to trash talk in social media or say, touch shit of somebody. But I'm a lucky guy because other people sell tickets for me. So that job they can take that part. So that's it, man.
Did you see the embedded of Davidson shooting the Lego championship belt at the gun range?
No, don't do it. No, the belt is ugly. Even my daughter can build a better Lego belt, but it's fine, you know. Man, that is so crazy. That is so fake, you know. I mean, my respect. They are the king of the cringe. My respect.
Brandon over here.
Let's go, baby.
I did want to ask, man, how was it getting that Lego belt finally and being recognized finally as the Lego champion of UFC?
Man, it was awesome because you need to watch the belt in person, man. It's huge, it's nice, it's perfect. In total was 2,000 pieces, I think so. So yeah, man, everything was a surprise for me. A local artist from Vegas go with the UFC and tell all the history. I went to the Apex. Hey, you need to come at 2 p.m. And, to the Apex. Like, oh, okay. I went there. A few cameras. Like, why we need cameras? And then put your mic. Why do I need a mic? Why do I need a mic? We need to go to the octagon. Okay, I don't know why, but let's go. And the artist was there, like, hey man, we know you are the champion, and we know also you are a really huge Lego fan. So this is for you. And then, man, awesome moment. I really appreciate that kind of moment for the UFC and the artist.
Did you see former champion Jan Blachowicz got a
Yes,
statue?
man, he's awesome.
Were you jealous that you did not get the full thing?
I mean, not jealous, but it was like, oh, that's awesome, that's nice. So if you don't know about this, it's a huge piece of Jan Blachowicz goes with his belt. It was nice.
When I spoke to you last year, you talked about you go back to the gym and the champion is here and all that. And you're like, nah, man, I'm just Brandon. Now that it's been a lot of time, now that you've had a camp, have people calmed down, or is it hard to get people to treat you as just Brandon and not El Campeón?
Oof. You know, so the people can see on me something special, like, you know, I understand, you know, the belt and all that stuff, all the fame around the world, you know, specifically talking about Mexico too. But in my mind, I think that helped me so much with my mental health. Just try to be like me, like the same person, the same guy who was trying to get an opportunity for the title. So to me, right now, is in my mind is like, and still, but my mindset is like, fucking anew, man. Like, it's the same, man. I want to be the champion always, and I'm working so hard every single day for that.
Hola, Brando. Desde Ecuador, especialmente
Fuerza, Ecuador. Vamos, Michael.
buscándote a ti y a Michael, quiero saber cuál es tu fortaleza, no solamente tu base, tu disciplina, ¿no? Por la que has llegado acá. ¿Cuál es tu fortaleza? Y de acuerdo a lo que tú me contestes, quiero saber en qué te has fortalecido al entrenar con una legión de ecuatorianos en Entran Gym, que es una potencia verdaderamente ahora en Tijuana. Te has nutrido tal vez del jiu-jitsu, la lucha, de estas disciplinas de los ecuatorianos. Y espero que no te pongas celoso, porque yo sé que eres el protagonista, pero ¿qué podemos esperar de Michael Morales en las preliminares de UFC 270? Tal vez va a ganar en el primer asalto. ¿Cómo lo ves tú? Bien,
hermano, pues la verdad es que yo personalmente estoy muy contento de que pues todos estos peleadores ecuatorianos hayan llegado al equipo, porque definitivamente aportaron mucho, ¿no? Entiendo el hecho de que, por ejemplo, peleadores fuera de México, peleadores de Latinoamérica ven allá, entran como un referente y un lugar donde pueden evolucionar sus habilidades para llegar un día a UFC, como lo acaba de hacer Michael. Pero también una de las cosas fuertes que hace al equipo muy fuerte es que también utilizamos la experiencia y las habilidades que traen los diferentes atletas. Y eso es lo que hizo Michael, Aarón, César, otros peleadores ecuatorianos que están ahí en Entram entrenando bien duro. Y nada, yo estoy bien contento por Michael, ¿no? Mira hasta dónde ha llegado, llegó a Entram y en algunos meses consiguió la oportunidad en el Contender Series y después saltó a la UFC. Eso me pone bien contento por él. Creo que va a ser una muy buena noche para él porque él es una persona muy atlética. Él es un atleta nato y creo que también tiene la mentalidad correcta y eso le va a ayudar mucho este sábado. Mi fortaleza mental. Yo creo que eso es la diferencia entre todo lo demás. O sea, independientemente de la técnica, independientemente de la condición física, creo que mi mente me ha llevado a pasar ciertos obstáculos en mi vida que me tienen hasta donde estoy ahorita.
Brandon, aquí para el periódico Frontera de Tijuana.
¡Eso, perro!
Brandon, ¿cómo te sientes de estar aquí en esta función acompañado de otros 3 compañeros, de ver Entram Gym con 4 representantes? Y una segunda pregunta, ¿qué crees que se hizo, ya lo hablabas un poquito, estos últimos años para llegar al nivel que soy? Porque muchos lo consideramos el mejor gimnasio de
Carnal, y me pone bien contento que tú estés aquí, güey, porque eso me dice que estoy haciendo cosas chidas, que estoy haciendo cosas bien. O sea, ¿qué pensar de un periódico local de Tijuana? Entiendo que Tijuana está a hora 40 sin tráfico de aquí, pero nada, que ya volteen a ver las artes marciales mixtas y que hablen de mi carrera, de Entram, de mis compañeros. O sea, hace 5 años a lo mejor se hablaba ya de que UFC llegaba a México y por ejemplo, hubo 1 o 2 carteleras donde pusimos a mucha gente de Entram en una cartelera local en el país, pero ahora es un pago por evento donde tienes un campeón 100% mexicano de Entram de Tijuana y otros 3 compañeros del mismo gimnasio. Hace 5 años ni pensar en eso, o sea, y ahorita estamos haciendo las cosas chido y eso me pone contento.
Brandon, you have this opportunity now to bring guys from your gym along to fight with you.
Yeah.
You've been giving them a lot of shine this week. What does it feel to you to sort of be a trailblazer in that regard, that now you have the ability to, help other guys get to this level as well?
Man, I mean, first of all, talking about my own work, I'm doing something good. I'm doing something good. I said this before. When I'm starting this, I start this just because I want to be the best and I want to do it for myself. Then other people start to come to my life, my wife, my daughters. But when you start to go forward in this journey, other people can get some benefits, all right? So I'm so happy my job is helping other guys to get their own dreams. So right now, like you say, we are 4 guys from the same gym in Tijuana, Mexico. It's very close from here. It's 1 and 40 minutes far, for the border. Think about it, man. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, that possibility was 0, and now we are doing history right now.
You mentioned that you're fighting close to home at this point. It's about as close as you can get. Do you expect that there to be a lot of fan support for you here? And we thought that you were going to fight in December, actually. So how do you feel about actually having the opportunity to fight even closer?
Man, actually, I'm so excited for tomorrow, for the press conference with the people, because that moment can give me a little idea about next Saturday. Right now the arena is sold out. Again, Tijuana is very close, and in Anaheim we have a huge Mexican fan base. Oh man, I'm just waiting for those moments.
And just last one. The first fight with Figueiredo was, the greatest flyweight fight probably ever in the UFC. How much did you learn from that one, and how important was that experience that allowed you to get the finish in the second fight, and how will that also help you on Saturday?
Man, like I said before, the first fight against Figueiredo, I was very careful because Figueiredo was doing an amazing job before with their other opponents. So I was very careful in the first fight. Second fight, after the first one, I get a lot of confidence, man. Like, man, I can get the punch of this guy. I can wrestle with him. I can do some grappling with him. Like, I can go to the ground with this guy. Man, so my confidence was on point. And right now, my confidence is even bigger. Again, I know this drama. He changed all his training camp, and I feel like he need to do that, because if he was doing the same thing for this fight, I mean, we already know the result of the fight. But he did well. I mean, he went to other place to try to get a new knowledge. But man, I'm prepared for that, man. I'm prepared for that.
Brendan, after your last fight, you went to visit Canelo. Tell me, what did he tell you?
Man, that guy is awesome. That guy is an amazing athlete, and not just an athlete. He's an amazing person. I mean, we don't talk too much. It was a little conversation. He told me a little bit about life, about what happened when you go to the top, and then all the fame, the money, and everything starts to come to your life. So be careful with that. Be focused in what you want in your life, because a lot of distractions are coming now. So that was about that conversations, and I really appreciate it, because I feel like I have the enough experience right now. I mean, 28 years old right now, but I feel with enough experience to get out that challenge.
Now, over the last few weeks, you've gone crazy viral. Thousands and thousands of people. That little clip, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Tell me about that, and how does it feel to go viral and inspire everybody, not only MMA fans?
Man, that clip is viral. Even right now, I'm still watching that video, on TikTok and Instagram. That interview was 2017 when I beat Dustin Ortiz. And man, yes, man, I was like focused in my final goal. Like, I want to be champion, and I will be champion one day, and that's it. And it's curious because after that fight, I start to lose, and UFC released me, and a lot of bad things start to happen in my life. But man, this life is about perseverance and discipline. And, I'm a live example of that. And I want to show more good things to the world, man.
My last question. Tell me about your team, Tony Diaz and everybody else. How much did they help you?
Tony Diaz, this guy. What can I say about Tony Diaz? It's a little bit old. Actually, today is his birthday. Say congrats. And that's it, man.
Thank you.
Brandon, right here. I know you've talked a lot about the strategic side of this, fighting Davis 3 times in a row. What about the historical side? I mean, 3 fights in 406 days. This has never happened before. Might not ever happen again. Does it feel like you're in something special, or is that something you can only reflect on after?
No, this moment definitely is special. I feel like this trilogy is helping me too much with my legacy, because. Yeah, like you say, I mean, this is the first time in the history of the UFC. We saw another trilogies before, but not in a row, like 1, 2, 3 at the same time. So, man, I have to. Maybe the people can think different, but I feel a lot of respect of Figueiredo, man, of what we are doing together. I want to win, definitely, and I don't feel too much respect for other guys of his team. But for him, I feel too much respect, and nothing, man. I just want to fight this Saturday, keep the title with me, and be ready for the next one. But definitely, this part of my life, this trilogy, will be something nice in my legacy.
Brandon, this is kind of a unique trilogy because it started with a draw, and then you got the finish in the second fight. Usually we go to a trilogy, it's tied 1-1. Right now you're up 1 fight, then you guys are tied 1. A lot of different scenarios could play out. So do you feel like you need to just win or put a finish to put some finality to this trilogy?
Yeah, maybe that's the goal. Like, just finish this guy. To me, it's not something like personal. Like, he's trying to do this like very, very personal. I understand. Is his kind of business, and I understand. I respect that again. But to me, it's just get this fight, put a finish of this fake rivalry between us, because it's, to me, it's just business. Go and fight, get on a better life for my family, for my wife and daughters, get on a bigger house for my Legos too. That's it.
Thanks, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. I don't want to look too far ahead, but who do you think's looking like a good contender for you to fight after you beat Figueiredo?
I mean, Askar Askarov has an important fight against Cara France, so the winner of that fight can be the next one. Pantoja is definitely a possibility. He beat me twice in the past. Alex Perez is there too. Against Cara France need to beat Askar Askarov, but his last performance against Cody Garbrandt looks like impressive. So man, right now I'm very focused in Figueiredo, very, very focused on Figueiredo. But I'm a Spanish analyst too, so I love to watch the other contenders in my division, and I can see these names in my future.
Who excites you the most out of Cara France and Askar Askarov?
So the thing between that fight, I mean, I fought against Cara France before and I beat him like very clear. But for the fans, I think the style of Cara France is better. Askar Askarov is this kind of fighters who don't like too much to impress the fan, But I mean, he's winning. He's winning. So if you talk about which fight is better for the fans, I think France. But I think Askarov is better for my legacy. So my personal thoughts. So that's it.
Thank you. Good luck this Saturday.
Awesome,
mate.
brother. Thank you. Yoo-hoo! Let's go, guys. See you.